Hi there, my name is Zach, and I have the goal of reaching the Brisbane Olympics 2032 marathon. Now, as you can see on the screen right here, these are my current PBs, and I'm a long way from making that dream a goal. But I'm hoping, with a lot of determination, patience, and hard work, that I can make it. I would love it if you guys could join me on my journey to go from a below average runner, to a pro. With that said, let's get into today's video. Welcome back to the channel. So today what I want to do is I want to go through my shoe rotation. So I just got some new shoes the other day and they have basically made my shoe rotation perfect. I tried them out this morning, legs feel amazing and they're just the best thing I've ever had. So now I went from basically like 100 different shoes to now I've got a 3-shoe rotation. Now let's start with the easy shoe. So what I was using was the Salomon DRX Bliss. They are the worst shoe I have ever used. Horrendous. I've only got about 200k in them and I think they cost me about $150, about $1 per K. I can't wear them. And so what I'm moving back to is I'm moving to my Asics Nova Blast. I've got a new set coming in the post soon, so these are my easy run shoes. I use them outside. I've got about 100k on these ones at the moment. They're nice, lovely, super soft, super supple, great for easy day runs. Now, what I have noticed is I'm a bit of a bigger lad. Now, for me, these shoes are great from around about 630 per K to 730 per K. Any faster and it becomes very labored, any easier and it's a bit of pain. So these are definitely the easy day shoes. I wouldn't use them for recovery days unless you're a bit faster. If your recovery day is about the 7-minute per K pace, they work great. But definitely need something else for faster than about 630 per K. Now, I have a bunch of different types of workouts. So this is my easy day shoe. Now, when it comes to my tempo work, my more easy, moderate sort of work. Now, what I was using was the Salomon Aeroglide 2, I think. I think the 3's just come out fairly recently. These are actually one of my favorite shoes. I've got about 600k on them and they feel amazing. They're just starting to crumble a bit, like a bit too tough. I can probably keep them in as like an easy day shoe, but definitely the tempo works a bit on the iffy side. And so what I'm swapping those out for is the Asics Super Blast 2. These I really enjoy. So these are the ones I raced my half marathon in Canberra on, that I got my PB. Now, I've got a new set coming in the post. It actually just arrived as I was filming. These will be my outdoor tempo shoes, and the new ones that have just arrived will be the ones I use dedicated for the trainer, for the treadmill. What I also have, so I've got that's my easy day shoe done, my tempo shoe done. Now obviously you need something a bit harder. Now what I have been using on like my intervals, my threshold work, is the Hoka Rincon 3, I believe these are. Now these were fine, but they've just lost it. So I've only got about 450k on them, but they're at their life. Like they're just so tough on your feet. It is really tough to just go through it and definitely need replacing. Now what I have used for the first time this morning actually is these Asics Sonic Blast. Now as you might be able to see here, they've got the little plate here and they feel amazing. My legs feel great. They don't feel banged up. It was really super nice and soft, but I got the bounce. It felt really good. Now, so actually with the Super Blast 2s, I would say that this is the sort of pacing, so it can go maybe down to about 7 minutes per K, as like this on the slow end, but anything over about 5:30 per K, and it's feeling a bit labored. So this is definitely more of a moderate sort of shoe. Maybe if you're a bit lighter, it might be a bit more of your faster shoe. This might actually be your easy day shoe if you're like a 5-minute per K, if you're 6 minute per K easy runner. This might be your easy day shoe. But for me, because I'm a 7 minutes, that's not the Nova Blast, my Easy Day shoe. But these Sonic Blasts feel great at the higher paces. So I was getting them down to about 4 minutes, which for me is pretty decent. But so I feel they really shine in the 430 to 530 per K range. So it definitely feels fast, and it feels so much better than the other shoes at that sort of pace range. Which makes me think, maybe this is the perfect race day shoe. I have to try them out outside, and I will be doing that on my longer sweet spots and my threshold work, as well as my indoor thresholds. But at the moment, these are my favorite shoes. There is a bit of a caveat to that. Now, what I did notice was kind of a bit of like a cave-in. Not cave-in, but it's a bit tippy. So when you're running, if you run straight on the plate, great. But if you're slightly built and you're running on the foam, kind of feels like you're twisting a bit. Not so great. But everything else other in the shoe is amazing. I was a bit concerned before I bought them because a lot of online shoe reviewers have not been super happy with it. Maybe it's that I'm not super keen on what they've sort of said on other shoes, so I thought I'd give it a try. It's the most expensive shoe I bought, and for now it is actually my favorite shoe. Now finally, the final shoe I've got is the Hoka Carbon X. Now it's a few years old, but it's my carbon plated race shoe. Not sure whether it will stay as my race shoe. I still use them at the moment for my tempo build work, my progression runs, and for every so often on racing, but we might end up with just the Sonic Blast as the race shoe. And that would just be an easy 3 shoe rotation. With the Sonic Blast, the Super Blast, and then the Nova Blast. Now that's my shoe rotation. I'd love to hear about what you guys use. You know, I don't know that many brands. I'm a fan of Asics just because it's what my wife has been using for years. I've seen all of the pros use them, and the more that I use them, the more I like them. So I'd appreciate if you drop a comment down below. Tell me what you guys use. Recommend me some shoes. I'd really appreciate it. Now please make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.